What if I told you that something almost every young person does, without thinking twice, is considered in Islam an act of war against Allah and His Messenger? Keep watching, because I am also going to give you the practical halal alternatives, so you can leave this video with a real plan. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, the place where we figure out halal finance together, step by step. Today, I want to talk about something serious, something that I think is one of the most misunderstood and most underestimated threats to the financial and spiritual lives of young Muslims today. That thing is riba, interest. Now, before you think this is just going to be a lecture that tells you what you already know, stay with me, because I want to break this down in a real and practical way. I want to explain why riba is so dangerous, not just spiritually, but financially. And I want to give you concrete halal alternatives for the most common situations where young Muslims encounter interest. Let's start with the severity of this issue, because I think many of us have become numb to it. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares war on those who do not give up riba after it has been forbidden. That is not a minor warning. That is among the strongest language in the entire Quran regarding any sin. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, cursed the one who consumes riba, the one who pays it, the one who records it, and the one who witnesses it, and said they are all equal in sin. This tells us something important. Riba is not just a personal financial mistake. It is a spiritual crisis. And yet, we live in a world that has built its entire financial system around it. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages, savings accounts that pay interest. It is everywhere. So the question is not whether riba exists around us. It clearly does. The question is, how do we navigate this world as Muslims? The first place most young Muslims encounter riba is credit cards. The credit card company gives you a limit you spend, and if you do not pay the full balance by the due date, they charge you interest. Here's my advice. If you use a credit card, and some people use them for the rewards, or for building a credit history, you must pay the full balance every single month. Every single month, without exception. The moment you carry a balance and pay interest, you have entered into riba. For many young people, the safer option is simply to avoid credit cards entirely until you have the discipline to manage them. Use a debit card. Spend what you actually have. This is a more Islamic approach to money in general. Do not spend what you do not possess. The second area is student loans. This is a painful reality for many young Muslims, especially in countries like the UK, the US, or Canada, where education is expensive. The conventional student loan system is built on interest, and this puts Muslim students in a very difficult position. What I would say is this: explore every halal alternative first. Many Islamic organizations in Muslim-majority countries offer interest-free scholarships and grants. Some universities have emergency hardship funds that are interest-free. Work part-time. Start with community college. Study online. Choose a field with strong employment prospects so you can repay quickly if you must take a loan. Some scholars have given rulings regarding necessity in situations where there is no halal alternative whatsoever. But that is a ruling to seek from a qualified scholar, not a permission slip to take on debt carelessly. Do everything in your power to avoid it before reaching that point. The third area is car financing. Most conventional car loans involve interest. However, there is a halal alternative that is becoming more widely available: murabaha financing. In a murabaha arrangement, the bank or financier buys the car and then sells it to you at a higher, agreed-upon price, and you pay in installments. The profit is fixed up front. There is no compounding. There is no interest. The price is known and agreed upon from the start, which makes it a legitimate sale transaction rather than a loan with interest. Halal car financing companies exist in many countries. Look for them. They are worth the extra effort. The fourth area is savings and investing. A conventional savings account that pays you interest, even a tiny amount, is a form of riba. The halal alternative is to use a non-interest-bearing account or to look into Islamic banking products available in your country. For growing your money, look into halal investment platforms and equity-based products, as I mentioned in a previous video. Your money should be working for you through legitimate trade and profit sharing, not through the passive accumulation of interest. I know this can feel overwhelming. The world around us runs on riba, and choosing to live differently takes real effort and real sacrifice sometimes. But here's the thing I want you to hold on to. Allah never forbids something without providing a way through. Every haram has a halal alternative. It may take more research. It may take more patience. It may cost you a little more in the short term. But the barakah, the blessing that comes from keeping your money clean, is something that cannot be measured. Financial peace is not just about the numbers in your account. It is about the tranquility in your heart that comes from knowing your earnings and your spending are pleasing to Allah. That is worth more than any interest rate. I am going to keep digging into halal finance alternatives and bringing them to you here, so make sure you are subscribed. Drop a comment below telling me which area of riba you find hardest to navigate. I want to make videos that actually help you with real situations. May Allah make it easy for all of us.